I think the IF20 platform is such an important place for all of us to meet, to talk, and most importantly, to think what kind of action we can take. And really, this forum brings such a diversity of stakeholders together from different religions, different stakeholders, government representatives, NGOs, youth representatives as being part of it. So we're really grateful to be a part of it as well. There's a lot of work to be done. And we are here to shine some light on some of the youth issues that are existent today in the world in terms of interfaith peace building. Some of the key takeaways from the forum so far that I had from the sessions, I would say there are three. One is that we all need to work together because when we stand together in peace, it's easier for us to meet any challenges when there are any troubles in the world. Second is about inclusion, that all the voices matter. And this forum showed that including voices of indigenous, including voices of youth, women, and all kinds of groups that are usually underrepresented in such forums is incredibly important to find a solution. Thirdly, there is a clear feeling that today something is not working in this world. So to change this, we need to change systems of leadership, systems of how we're dealing with nature, how we're dealing with sustainable development, to shift some things around, either change a system or create a new one that would work in a different way. Today in the world, 80% of the population of the world, which is like if we talk about 9 billion people, was that 7 at least, follow any sorts of religions. So it's a big part of human identity that we need to take into account, and it's incredibly important in especially addressing issues that are local, and in the particular communities, religion plays such an important role. Probably the initial role before we talk about any kind of policy or all these big buzzwords. It's all about, the identity and the real life. When we talk about youth, it's it's hard to judge as a one, group of people, and I think it's the wrong approach because the world is so diverse. Each country has its own peculiarities. It's all about our approach when we work with youth is we bring them together, we discuss, they talk about their similarities, differences, but then the approach is for them to go to their communities and implement activities or some sort of action in their community that leads to some sort of interfaith dialogue and harmony results, or some sort of projects that in interfaith harmony and interfaith dialogue. So the idea is there's no one solution to all of the problems, there's no one solution to one particular context. Young people that come from a particular community, they know what the issues they face in their community, what the situation is with the religious challenges, or how religion can help to solve these challenges. So it's all about localized approach for us. I can't give you one example or one answer as to how it looks like on a global scale. One of the approaches that we use is that it's okay to disagree. I think this is one of the common threads all across our youth forums that we're organizing, is that when you meet, it's okay to have different opinions, and sometimes you don't need to find a common ground. Sometimes you just need to understand that, or have sort of an open mind that someone else can have a different opinion, and that's totally normal. So that's one of our approaches. It's okay to agree to disagree. I can give you one example of one of the activities that our fellow introduced. It's an interreligious iftar. So despite this being, iftar is a very Muslim tradition during Ramadan, right? But she would bring different people from different religions and different backgrounds together for one particular event that follows one religion. But at the same time, you don't have to be Muslim to come to these interreligious iftar as a Christian, as a Jewish, as Baha'i. You know, you can come and learn about the religion. You don't have to accept everything what is practiced or what is being believed into, but some sort of level of respect, acknowledgement, understanding, and friendship. That what these activities, you know, try to bring together. Let me just give a short, brief intro on my personal story and how I got into ACWAY, and then why Leave No One Behind is so important. I'm coming from the center of Russia, Kazan, Tatarstan, which is a Muslim region in Russia. So in the majority Orthodox Christian country, I represent the ethnic minority. And where I live in Kazan, it was 50-50 Orthodox Russians, Muslim Tatars living together. There are 2 official languages, 2 religions. There is a mosque in the middle of the city and a church 100 meters from it. So there was this, you know, the freedom of religious belief, or just the acceptance of the other religion. It was never the other, we were just coexisting. For me, it was such a natural thing. And then when I kept, you know, developing and growing up, I realized that the world is not that simple. And then, so I think that was my pitch to ACWAY, you know, the interfaith work means so much to me, and I wish that the world would not face problems or crises that are driven by religion or in the religion, in the name of religion. So people can coexist together and just get the best out of this diversity. For me, it was never a disadvantage to, you know, as a Muslim in Russia, I always saw it as an advantage to my personality, to be able to speak 2 languages, to be able to exist in 2 religions absolutely comfortably, understanding both sides. So for me, as a minority in Russia, leave no one behind is a very important topic. And so at this forum, I believe, especially from the youth angle, having youth as part of the conversation, this is also something that we're very, we're working towards, bringing young people as speakers, bringing young people as facilitators of the sessions. We are doing our best to show that young people, they don't need to be empowered, they're already there, they're leaders. Some of them are great speakers, some of them are great specialists in what they're doing. And I think leave no one behind. I'm part of youth as well, you know, and I'm happy to be here, but I wish there was many more young faces in the room and in the crowd. And I know that will be the case. It just takes time. Human life is so short. Even me, when I joined ACWAY, it was 10 years ago. And now, 10 years later, I look back, I'm like, oh, time flies so quickly. So bringing young people into the room is incredibly important because time flies so quickly. And the human life is has such a short time span that solving a particular question, it sounds depressing, but you can't do it alone in one generation. You have to involve the elder, the ones who are in power right now, the ones who will be in power in 10 years, the ones who will be in power in 20 and 30 years.